So today we're going to be rebuilding a dark horse, a team that I feel like a lot of people slept on this year. And I'm talking about the Cleveland Guardians. Not only are they right outside of the wild card spot, some of their young players have popped off this year. And on top of that, some people have them as the second best farm system in baseball. This team's future is looking really good. And even I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in baseball. I thought they were going to be towards the bottom of the standings, but this team's competing for a playoff spot, like I said. And I feel like with this roster, they're only going to get better with their young prospects. Plus, if they spend a little bit of money, I know it's not Cleveland's MO to do that, but if they bring in a couple decent free agents, this team could be a surprise contender the next couple seasons. So let's rebuild them. Let's have some fun with it. So like I said, farm system. Some are considering them to be the second best farm system in baseball, and it makes sense. If you look at some of their youngsters, I've looked at some of them. You've got Daniel Espino. You've got Logan Allen. Xavier Curry, I know, is highly rated as well. They just drafted Gavin Williams. Ooh, was he a draft pick this year or was he last year? It might have been last year. I know Justin Campbell was this year. But then you look at some of the other guys, they still got a young pitcher in Class A. Karinchak, still fairly young. You know, Tristan McKenzie. Overall, still a young pitching core if you're looking at that. You move over to some of their position players. Josh Naylor's having a breakout year this year. You've got Andres Jimenez, who's finally having that breakout year this year. Tyler Freeman recently got promoted. You look at J Ram, super underrated player, I feel like. Next up, Arias. You got Brian Rocchio, whichever it is, they're right on the cusp of being MLB ready. Steven Kwan broke out this season. And then on top of that, you got Nolan Jones, who recently made his debut. And George Valera is right around the corner too. So the youth in this team, crazy good. You've got a lot of exciting players with some really high ceilings. And then, you know, I feel like if you just add a couple pieces here and there, this team's stacked. I did forget to mention what roster I'm using. It's on screen now, so go check it out. Recently dropped by Writing Rosters. It has the draft picks, it has up-to-date transactions, it has all the trades, all that stuff. So go check it out. That's why some of the ratings are a little bit different. And then there's going to be different positions, all that stuff. So go check it out. That's the roster that I'm using. Anyways, back with this. We're doing this now. So yeah, like I said, the team looks stacked. And of course, Cleveland's always had really, really good pitching. They've always developed pitchers very well. That's been their MO. On top of not spending money or paying their players. But it could be a change. I feel like, didn't they extend his contract? They extended J Ram's contract this offseason. That did happen. I remember now. I feel like if they're willing to do that, I feel like they're willing to spend a little bit of money in free agency. I know recently Fran Mill just got cut. He was having a pretty bad year. But I feel like if you add a little bit of depth to this outfield, I feel like maybe you add a little bit more like a power bat, like what Fran Mill was supposed to be. You get one of those, you maybe just add a little bit more depth and then just have these young guys start to work their way into the lineup. This is a stacked team. So that's why I wanted to rebuild them, because I feel like they're kind of like a dark horse. Like I said, they're one of those teams that surprised a lot of people. I think people are still sleeping on them. All right, so the first season's over. Didn't make any trades or anything like that because I felt like in real life we're past that point of the season. So let's just see how this season plays out. Won the division. I don't know if the Guardians are going to win it this year, but it's a possibility. And a couple gold gloves. That's all that happens as we go through the awards. So I feel like next year that's when we'll really hop into the rebuild, especially with this off season. I feel like we'll start to add a couple pieces to this team, because I feel like when you look at it, you know, we do have a couple youngsters, we do have a couple other arms that I want to get involved. Like him, I feel like we could use another year or two before he pops up. That walks per nine being low is probably going to hurt him, but we'll see what we can do. I think maybe sprinkle in a couple bullpen arms as well, even though I'm looking at this bullpen right now, it's looking pretty good. And then we move over here. Obviously, Shane Bieber does become a free agent soon, so that could be something to look out for. Is this a team that would trade him next year to kind of get something in return, knowing that they're not going to pay him, and maybe try to add other pitchers through the draft? Kind of normally what they do. I feel like they just draft really well. They develop players really well. And I don't know, like I said, they don't normally pay players a lot of money. I mean, they traded Lindor because they weren't going to give him a big contract. But then at the same time, you look at it, and they signed J Ram to a pretty decent extension. So maybe Bieber would be someone that they offer an extension to. So I guess it's kind of up in the air, but it wouldn't surprise me if they would be willing to trade him for some pieces just to kind of bolster that farm system a little bit more. So looking at this team, some of these players are doing really well. Andres Jimenez is popping off like crazy. Somehow hit 40 home runs. What's his power? I mean, it's not that great, but 39 home runs for Andres Jimenez. Andres Jimenez might need a little bit of a tone down on this roster. Holy cow. Nolan Jones. Honestly, the offense kind of lacking. I'm not going to lie. I feel like most of these numbers that I'm seeing, not that great. And then some players actually got sent down as well. I did notice one wonky thing about this roster that I wanted to point out that I thought it was just kind of funny was, is he not on the team anymore? He's on the Royals and it's a shortstop. Where is he? Gavin Cross. Do you notice something about him already? I'm looking the wrong way, but do you notice something about him already? Yeah, he's a lefty shortstop. I know he was drafted as an outfielder, but I just thought it was kind of funny that he was a shortstop that's lefty. I want to know how they did that. How was that possible? Either way, here's the team. I feel like I shouldn't have these guys up just yet, but they are. I know Tyler Freeman did make his debut recently. I think it was last week. But let's see how we do against the Rays here. We advance. Okay, are we about to just win a World Series first season? Like, no problem. We'll see. Facing the Astros now. Okay. Yeah, we might. Okay, we don't. We do make it to the World Series, though. We lose to the Braves. Who is the playoff MVP for us? J-Ram. Fitting. But the Braves win a World Series. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess it could happen. It could happen. I'm not doubting it, but yeah, they can walk. There was a player that I don't think I mentioned, and I think it was the catcher. Bo Naylor, is that his name? Bo Naylor. D potential? His potential went down, so it was initially C potential. I know he's one of their higher rated prospects, also the brother of Josh Naylor, but definitely should have more potential. I'm just not, I feel like I'm not going to mess with it. It does suck that he went from C to D potential in this rebuild. But let's add another catcher in the process. I mean, I feel like it's, I feel bad because, like, isn't he, let's see. I'm pretty sure he's like really high up there on the list. Let me go to, I've been going to Fangraphs lately. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure he's like way up there. He is number 3 on Fangraphs. So I feel like he probably should have a little bit better on MLB.com. He's number 9. He's a top 10 prospect in a very highly rated farm system. I feel like he should have a little bit more potential. So what we'll do is we'll bump it up to like 79 right here, and we'll leave it there for the rebuild. Either way, let me get through this. Let me go through a couple things here. I know Chase DeLauder was also a player that was drafted in real life. He's on the screen now, but I feel like for this, I need a catcher. I feel like we could use maybe just another bat, little bit of power, and then maybe a little bit of pitching help, maybe like a bullpen arm, just to kind of solidify everything. So nothing too crazy. We should have a little bit of money. Let's see what we can do for season 2. All right, season not 2, technically 1. We're ranked 5th in the league, and I didn't really do much this offseason. So let me show you the draft first off. Let me go to transactions, roster history. So we have a couple guys. Were actually pretty good. This was my first pick. Potential's not there, but actually looks like a really good hitter. We also have, where is he? We have like 2 pitchers that were really good, and now I can't find them. Where are they? Where are they? Am I just not gonna find who I drafted? Good Lord, there's so many draft picks now. It was Elvis Fernandez, picked him up. So there's one. And then the other one was Gonzalez. I believe that was also the picks that I did. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, Gonzalez, Fernandez. Those are the 2 that are like the highlights of the draft. And then for the offseason, I really wanted to add a righty bat because you're going to notice a lot of lefties. With the free agency pool that was available, not a lot of righties that fit the positions that I wanted. Outfield, not a lot of righties. I think Mitch was probably like the most likely position I could have got, like player that I could have gotten besides Judge. Everybody else was a lefty. Benintendi, Nimmo, switch hitter, and Grossman. Who else was available this offseason? I looked at like Jock. Michael Brantley was the contact guy that I looked at. Like, just all the outfielders that I wanted were lefties. So I went for Benintendi, 3-year deal. I felt like, you know what? He hits well. He gives us what we need. Just a really good bat. I was looking for a really good bat. There we go. There's my outfielder. And then I went for a catcher. And again, the players that I wanted just didn't hit well. There was Zunino, there was Contreras, there were a couple others. And I felt like, yes, those are righties that I could use in the lineup. But one, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a catcher that was going to be like good. But then like, I just didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I felt like Narvaez for $6.5 million, I felt like he was good enough. Like he's going to get the job done. He's going to be serviceable. So we'll see how that goes. I could have tried to find a platoon catcher that hits lefties well because we don't have one of those, but we'll be okay. And then the rest of the team's kind of the same. Pitching wise, no changes. The only changes I made, Michael Givens was the one pickup. It was like $1 million. So like in the grand scheme of things, not too much. We still have the crazy farm system right around the corner in Valera, Arias. Name the prospect. They're like this close from being ready. I mean, we're right there. So I'm gonna leave it as is for now. I mean, like I said, Valera 68, Freeman 72, Arias 72, Espino 72, 70, 68. Like all my prospects are like literally half a season to a season away. So let's see how it plays out. Some of these other guys might do poorly. We'll call up the prospect instead, and we'll see how it goes. It's just I didn't want to rush them, and then they'd be absolutely trash, and then we're trash. So yeah, that's the squad. Let's simulate. Won the division again, 96 and 66. Changed the lineup a little bit, just calling up and sending down a couple players. And let's see here. J-Ram, best batting average. Okay. Who else has 200 hits from Matt Duffy? Good Lord. Who else popped off this year? Anybody crazy? 44 home runs for Baez, 45 for Tatis. Awards, what do we got? A gold glove from Med Rosario and a silver slugger. Okay. Marcus Semien MVP. Haven't seen that in a long time. Okay. Anybody else interested? Okay. Joel Mantiply, reliever of the year, or it's got to be Mantiply. Asa Lacy, I don't know about that one for rookie of the year, and then Cal Mitchell for the Pirates. Okay. So I know this shouldn't be mixed up. It shouldn't be. There was a clear bullpen that I turned to because a couple guys really were bad. So I turned to Eli Morgan, and then I also turned to Castro. How did he do? Pretty decent in the 13 innings he worked. So Givens was bad, 5 ERA. And then I also sent down Sandlin, but it looks like he turned his season around a little bit. So nothing against Castro, but let's remove him. I know in real life he's been kind of shaky. So let's see here. Why is he in the majors? Let's call up Valera. I had him up. I also think I had up Mercado. I sent down one of them. I think I sent, okay, I see what I did. All right, so we're going to send down DeLauder. We're going to go like this, and I think that might be it. I had Arias down and Freeman down, so they changed up this team a little bit. Owen Miller got sent down. All right, let's figure this out. Do we have the right team now? I don't think we do because Espino's still here. This is a mess. Holy cow. Okay, let's see it. No, that's good. This is fine for now. I had Miller up, so I guess we'll just call up Miller and send down Espino, and that should be okay. Not that. Holy cow, what is going on here? Remove from the playoff roster. That should be good, I think. Okay, it wasn't. I needed an extra pitcher. We're going to call up Castro in the end. So, whew. All right, Enyel De Los Santos, a lot better than last year. We got Steven, solid. Morgan was really good in the 30 innings that he pitched. Sandlin, he had like a 5.5, almost a 6 ERA. So I'm glad he turned it around. Castro was solid. Karinchak struggled for sure, which is not what you want to see. He didn't go up or down. Actually, no, he's going up. So why isn't the overall going up a little bit? And then Class A. So next up, we got Bieber. I meant to give him an extension. I totally forgot. So we're going to have to give him one in the offseason. Hopefully he resigns. Boom. Everybody was really good. Lisak struggled a little bit, but again, I like what I'm seeing. I can't be upset with that. This is where a couple things were changed. So Quan was struggling, so I took him out of the lineup. That's why I pulled in Valera. And then looking at the rest of the team, it's not great. Tyler Freeman, small sample size, so I can't really judge him on that. So let's go to the top. Benintendi, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, the OPS is a little low, but overall the on-base percentage average is good. I'm okay with that. Jimenez, not as good as last year. What the heck? Clearly his potential at the age of 24 just can't hold. He can't hold at a 92. He has to regress because he hit his best potential. J Ram was killing it. Naylor, really good season. Narvaez, really disappointing. I signed him to 2 years. That's not good to see. Med Rosario was solid. He is a free agent this year, but is it worth keeping him? I don't know. Miles Straw, not too bad. And then Valera, not a bad season. Not a bad season at all. Like to see that. Oh, Nolan Jones. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so we should be good with everything here. We'll throw him in there, even though, oh wait, that's the DH lineup. He doesn't hit lefties well. So we'll go with, I guess we go Straw because he does hit better than Valera versus lefties at least. And we'll leave it as is. So playoffs, the Rays again. This time we advance once again. The Astros, second time around. Oh, did we place the Astros last year? I don't think we did. But who did we play? I don't remember now. It's all starting to jumble together. 2 straight losses. We're still holding on. We get eliminated this time. So we're still just falling a little bit short of the postseason. Or of the World Series, I should say. Okay. What do we do? The Astros defeat the Braves. So the Braves are good. Back-to-back World Series or back-to-back-to-back World Series appearances. Okay. We gotta do something here. I'm gonna let everybody go. Like Ahmed Rosario, he had a good year. Is he gonna do it again? And is he worth having on the team when I want to get players like Tyler Freeman in? I want to get Arias in. I want to get, the shortstops in. I just don't think he's ready. Those hitting stats are really hurting him. We could rock with Freeman. And then Jimenez goes to short. Joe Kenzie was another guy that I didn't mention at all. The dude has some crazy power. Man, what do I do with this team? I feel like the point of rebuilding this was to get some of the younger guys in. So I think we go to Freeman, let him play. We let Rosario walk. Probably could have traded him at the deadline, but we could let him walk. Or do we put him in the outfield? No, because that blocks a couple players as well. So how do we improve this team? What position do I look at and I go, I need an upgrade? Catcher. And that would be Naylor's spot, but he's not there just yet. And even like Miles Straw, could I do a little bit better there? Is that Valera's spot and we just go for like a really big bat at right field? Like we did bring in Benintendi. Like Steven Kwan's starting to regress. Maybe we just leave Jones at DH. He's our permanent DH, or we put him in right field and we just get like a really, really big bat. I'll think about it. We'll figure something out. Because also we do have some splits that could, like Josh Naylor's been good, but could we get someone that hits lefties well? Yeah, we could probably do that. So I think that's what we do. So we're going to let everybody walk here. And we're going to spend some money this offseason. Not too much because we don't have a lot, just because the Guardians don't have a big budget. But let's see what we can find. All right, so technically season 3, even though it's our rebuild of season 2. Shane Bieber had 1 more year of arbitration, so I can offer him a contract now. And by now, I mean at the deadline because I forgot to do it in spring training. Either way, team's looking like this. No changes to the starting rotation. There's no reason to. It's been good. So I'm going to leave it as is. Bullpen, we brought in 2 arms, Chafin and Lamet. I felt like we could elevate the bullpen a little bit. Plus, I needed a lefty. I didn't have one. Kind of need to do that. Lineup. I was thinking, well, let's not go and change up the lineup too much because I don't necessarily need it. I thought about bringing Ahmed Rosario back because he does hit lefties better, but he wanted like 18 mil a year. Wasn't going to pay that. So lineup's really good. I am a little bit worried about Narvaez, and that is why I brought in Alfaro, and then I brought in Mitch to hit lefties. The contact and the power versus lefties, too good to pass up. That's going to be our DH versus lefties. And then Nolan Jones just plays the outfield in this situation. So there is that. I mean, that's the team. Freeman's in, Jimenez is in. We've got Arias up. We'll see how he does. He'll probably get minimal appearances, but let's see what happens. I mean, the team looks really good. I think this is a really good squad. On top of that, this is basically the core of the team in real life. Like, we've just added a couple pieces here and there, brought in a couple pitchers, and really just let this team kind of build up and go from there. Like I said, this team's got really, really good prospects, and I feel like that's why it's a really fun rebuild, because you can just let these players just start to enter the team when need be. So yeah, see how the squad does. All right, 98 and 64. I mean, the team's good. I feel like we've been in the high 90s for every single season, right? 93, 96, 98. So yeah, we've been going up every single year. I mean, we're good. We're a good team. We just got to get past this last couple hurdles and win a World Series. So won the division by like 15 games. I'll show you really quickly. We won it by 18 games. Like, we've been dominating the Central. We're currently ranked 5th. You know, like, we just don't have a lot of power. That's what's bringing us down. If we were up in like the 5th, maybe 7th category or 7th overall for power, we'd probably be like number 1 overall. Like, we're a good team. So let's take a look at where we're ranked offensively. 1st in batting average. We are 4th in runs, 1st in hits. What about runs batted in? 4th. Pitching, I'm assuming we're going to be really good too. Are we 1st in strikeouts? So we're not striking out a lot, if at all, really. And then when we take a look at pitching, 2nd for ERA. Saves, we're probably a little bit lower, but that just means we're really good offensively. You know, 16th for saves. Hits allowed, we're 4th. Runs allowed, we're 2nd. Like, we're stacked. We're good. You know, we take a look at the league leaders. Yoni Hernandez, hold on. Plus 12 on both contact? What? What kind of craziness is going on in this file? Like, this save file. Holy cow. Absolutely insane. Rowdy Tellez popped off for 48 home runs too. We take a look at the awards. We've got Rookie of the Year for Tyler Freeman, and that's it. All right, Devers on the Yankees. Oh no, that would be not good. What else we got going on here? Who else for some awards? Tyler Freeman had a pretty decent season, not too bad. And then Robert Hassel got called up for the Nationals. Okay, all right. So I'm assuming this got messed up once again. I didn't have Espino up, so I had Morgan up because the rest of the pitchers were doing pretty well, pretty poorly. I did send down, good Lord, Karinchak. Why? I did send down Sandlin though, because he was struggling. So that was definitely one move that I did make. And then Lamet was here. So that means offensively, they sent someone down. So let's go and find who they sent down. It was, am I blind? Yeah, I definitely am. Who did they, Miller? It was Miller, but I can call him up, right? His potential went down. No. Can I call him up? I can. All right. So I'm going to send down Espino, and then we'll just rock with that extra bat that way. That sucks that his potential went down, but Daniel De Los Santos killing it. Love to see that. Steven, solid. Chafin was a great lefty addition to the bullpen. Eli Morgan still doing fairly well. Lamet, love to see it. Karinchak, I don't know what's going on with him. And then Clase is killing it. So love it. Starters. What do we got going on here? Just nastiness. Just absolutely nasty. Like, that is what you want from your rotation. Offensively, bench probably not ideal. Not bad from Alfaro though. I'll take that for sure. Especially he was hitting versus lefties, so that's why he has so many at bats. But Mitch, okay, he was also only versus lefties, so those are some good numbers. Benintendi, talk about a lead off addition. Like, that was exactly what I wanted from the leadoff guy. Apparently Andres Jimenez just doesn't know how to play baseball anymore. He's just continuously going down in overall at the age of 25. Sure, why not? J Ram still putting up fantastic numbers, but it does look like he's starting to regress a little bit. Josh Naylor's popping off. We've got Freeman, who was Rookie of the Year. Not a bad season at all. Narvaez, kind of back to what we expected from him. Straw was very good. And then Valera, I mean, here we go. First full season popped off. Nolan Jones, not too bad either. Did take a little bit of a small regression, but like not too much. So I think maybe we go like that. Like that, and then versus lefties, I think we're still good too. So we're gonna be facing the Rays once again. I think that was already, yeah, that was established right there. All right, we can't lose. We can't. All right, we swept them, which is what you want to see. We definitely need to sweep them there. All right, I don't know why I went into roster when I meant to go here. And then I also never really clocked in my mind that their AA affiliate is the Rubber Ducks. Is that what I saw? What a name. We are facing the Astros now, and we are in a World Series taking on the Dodgers. Okay. All right. Let's see. How many days rest has everybody gotten? Plenty. So I think we go Bieber day 1. Who else has been really good? All right. So I think we go Quantrill. Yeah, I think we go like that. I think that's what I want. Bieber, Savale, Quantrill. Yep. All right. So take a look at the Dodgers lineup. What do we got for the Dodgers? Turner, Betts, Matt Chapman has joined the Dodgers. Okay. We also face the Astros. Aaron Judge and Jordan in the same lineup is gross. I accidentally hit B. Why am I think they're not this one. They're right here. They've got Tucker, Bregman, Judge, Alvarez, Altuve. That's a good team. And Wilson Contreras. Who's this guy? Someone they drafted who's... Wow. That's a stacked lineup. And then we face the Rays as well, which... It's not bad, but yeah, I can see why we beat them. But yeah, I mean, that Astros lineup's gross. All right, here we go. Can we beat the Dodgers? We're one game away from doing it. 3-1 though. Not the greatest series lead in history for the Guardians. I'm just saying, you know, like it's not if history. Let's hope history doesn't repeat itself here. That's basically what I'm trying to say, and that would suck. That would suck a lot. Can we do it though? 3-1. We do get a run thanks to Josh Naylor. Another one thanks to Narvaez. Another one. I feel like DJ Khaled at this point thanks to Nolan Jones. And that's the inning. 3-0 in the first. That's a great way to start it. Double play. Ooh, not what you want. Not what you want. I don't even know who are we facing. Walker Buehler. So to get 3 in the first inning against Walker Buehler, that's solid. Love to see it. Can we get a couple more though? This is a strong Dodgers lineup. The Dodgers are always good. So if we can get a couple more, I'm feeling pretty good. All right. Have a outing. Who's our pitcher, Plesac? Have an outing. Have an outing indeed. 3-0 still. Runner thrown out going home, so the defense is helping him out as well. Brebbia comes in. Can we add an insurance run? Josh Naylor, he's got that dog in him. I'm feeling one. Left center. I'll take a single too. I'll take a single. 3 runs, bases clearing, double from Narvaez. That should do it. And then a triple from Valera. 8-0. Let me tell you, Cleveland will be rocking. That's everything you want. Still got the shutout going. We're going to the 9th with Plesac on the mound. 100%. He deserves the opportunity, and he does it. He does it. What a way to win a World Series. What an outing. 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, no runs. No runs. What are the awards? Mitch, MVP. Playoff MVP goes to J-Ram. All right. Take a look at the pitching. Hold on. Like, Quantrill got roughed up a little bit. Same thing with McKenzie, but hey, have an outing. Did the bullpen do their job? Yeah. And then the lineup. Ooh, not what you want from your 2, like, top of the lineup guys. But then J-Ram killed it. Naylor was really solid. Look at those RBIs. 16 RBIs. Narvaez was good. Nolan Jones was good. Miles Straw was good. Valero, solid. I'll take that too. Freeman struggled a little bit. What about the bench? Mitch was the World Series MVP. So his 1 home run and 3 RBIs happened in the World Series. I don't care. We won it. That's my dark horse rebuild. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know who your dark horse this year is. If you guys agree with me about the Guardians, let me know. That's about it right here. Check out this video that's on screen. You definitely should. There's also a subscribe button. I think it's on the top of the bottom. I forgot where I put it, but you should subscribe too. That's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.